we blame ourselves, maybe not to take our children through the history of what happened. Because now you are allowed to get anywhere you feel like, maybe to have some drinks also. How can you say Ian Smith was better when we could not even walk in the first street? You were not allowed. You were going to be put in jail. So it's because our people, our young people, do not know what was happening. Maybe I think we have got to engage them so that they understand. Because, oh yes, you can say some things are not going on well, but not to compare the Second Republic with Ian Smith. I'm sorry for our kids to say that. Honestly, it's so pathetic.
Quite very pathetic. Comrade Muchanga, I felt you appeared.
Yeah, he wanted to say something.
My boss has said it all, but I will just add a little. It's really a pity that it's easy to take things for granted. There is a generation which forgot their lives, who left whatever little they have. Sometimes people think those who went to join the struggle were the poorest, or they were not smart at school, or they had nothing else to do. But I just want to say this country was going through the most difficult time, where a black man had no right. No black man could vote in this country. No black man knew who was going to be elected into parliament. No black man in this country knew who was going to be their representative. All young, smart, clever black people. I was also going to secondary school. What you only looked up to was to be a teacher or a nurse. The deprivations which we got as black people, when I listen to people who compare what is there in this country today with what happened during Smith regime, you can just see that it's ignorance. It's taking things for granted. All these people putting in a ZUPCO which was carrying very few black people in the urban areas. Urban areas were meant for the white community. The only blacks who were allowed, especially in the suburbs in which we are calling Highlands, Borodo and the like, were those who were workers, gardeners and maids. And for you to be able to move around in those suburbs, you needed a geared march, a permit to do that. Today, where we are seeing so many Zimbabweans now being residents in our urban areas, you can see there's been a huge migration of rural to urban. And this is coming through because we have actually gained our independence. And that was never there before. To talk about ZUPCO, one ZUPCO standing there and putting a picture and say, during Rhodesia time, there was a ZUPCO which was waiting for, because there were no black people in the cities. Today, we are talking of how many people now in Harare alone. But the government of the Second Republic is doing its best to make sure that we cope with overflow. Not only is it ending there, it's making sure that we actually improve the rural areas so that we remove that divide between the rural and urban. Yes. So, people of Zimbabwe, independence comes once. We need to guard it jealously. The Second Republic is talking about not leaving anybody behind. The Second Republic is talking about we Zimbabweans, we all need to work together so that we chart the right way to the Zimbabwe we all want. Don't easily fall for those detractors who think Zimbabwe can be colonized again. And that will never happen. Thank you.
Quite very emotional.
Oh, it is.